don't have to have all the answers to know what God said. You don't have to have all the answers to be obedient to what God is telling you to do. You just have to trust Him. That's where faith comes in. The people who had that great faith, a lot of the times, the situation, it did not make sense. Okay, Abraham going up the hill, up the mountain with Isaac, don't make sense. I'm sure people would have had multiple explanations for why that was not, God is not telling him to do that, or whatever, or you need to reconsider, or whoop whoop whoop. Noah building the ark, wasn't no sign of rain or floods or none of that. Why is he building the ark? If Noah would have tried to stop and explain to everybody why he was building the ark, if he would have stopped and was trying to convince everybody, like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do, the ark wouldn't have got built. Okay, so sometimes you just gotta listen to what the Lord is saying, be obedient. You can ask questions, give him all your doubts, hesitation, all the things. He can handle it. At the end of the day, I just know he he led me out of that situation. I had to pick up my cross and I was gone. We was out. I was with the Lord. I was walking with the Lord, and I ain't turned back. And it's crazy because once I got out of it, the Lord began healing my heart. And not even just when I got out of it. It wasn't clearly. He healed my heart even before, um, the process started becoming more permanent. He healed my heart. So got rid of like bitterness, resentment, all the strongholds and things like that. Um, things that little, things that seem small, like gossip or pride, like he got up all that up out of me. Um, and it's like he restored to me peace and joy and all the things, even though outside looking in, my life looked crazy, okay? 30 years old, moved back with my parents, 2 children, no job, just, the whole nine, life just looking crazy. But on the inside, I'm like, I got the joy of the Lord, okay? And I still got the joy of the Lord, and I have the peace of the Lord, and I'm so thankful for that, and I guard that, okay? Because I'm like, ain't nobody taking it. Ain't nobody taking it. I'm not giving this away ever again. I'm not. Um, so yeah. So with that being said, going through a situation where it's like divorce is a touchy subject, okay? And even going further to say, like, the Lord wrote Ichabod across my marriage and released me from it, okay, that comes with a whole nother can of worms and things, opinions and things that you have to deal with. Um, or you don't. It's like, but you still have to kind of face those. It's like arrows flying. Like, okay, even though it's like, I know what the Lord is saying. And um, just trusting that it's like the Lord will vindicate you, not trying to defend yourself through the situation. And it's crazy because I'm like, the very thing that was my prison in a way, it's like people trying to keep me in that prison, in the name of what the Bible says and things like that. And it's like, no, we can't put God in a box. We don't have all, if I don't have all the information, surely you don't have all the information. You don't know what God is doing in the situation. I've surrendered all outcomes to God. So it's like my hand is not in it. My own desire is not in it because I surrendered all that. I gave all that up. Whatever, I'm like, Lord, whatever you want to do in my life, whatever you want to do with the situation, I trust you. I believe God can restore people. I believe God can restore marriages. I believe He can reconcile people, all the things. But it's like, I'm if that's not what he's gonna do, that's just not what he's gonna do. If that's not his plan, that's not his plan. And I surrendered that to him. And so it was just crazy that it's like, and some people could consider like, oh, this girl telling all her business, woo, woo, woo. But it's like, no, sometimes you need to tell the business so that these demons and generational curses and things that should have been dealt with generations ago do not keep running rampant in your bloodline. Sometimes you have to, okay, we overcome the enemy by the word of our testimony, by the blood of the Lamb, the word of our testimony. So I'm just telling what God has done in my life. That's it. And I'm like, I'm just telling what the enemy is not going to keep doing in this bloodline. This stuff is not going to keep going on in my children. So sometimes you need to speak up, and you need to say something so that the enemy don't just keep sliding through generations and generations, and then your children have to fight the battles that you should have been fighting. But you wanted to keep quiet because you ain't want people to know your business, stuff like that.